Today we're talking about something that every content creator feels, but not a lot of people explain it truthfully. Is YouTube a marathon, a sprint, or just complete and total chaos? And at the end of this video, I'm going to be real with you guys and tell you what exactly it is that I know that I'm doing wrong in my YouTube channel. So stick around for that and let's learn together as we go. Today's video podcast is going out to all of my fellow creators out there, whether you're a influencer, a gamer, somebody that does stuff like me, unboxers, reviewers, all those people. All this video podcast is for you, specifically for people who are beginning their journey or are starting or are thinking about starting. I mean, or have been in the game for as long as I have or longer, and you are just in this state of mind where you're just like, is this worth uh doing it? Is it worth it staying this long and keep going? It's this video podcast is for all you people out there, and also it's more towards the small creators, the micro YouTubers or the mini YouTubers. There's many terms for that. So this video podcast is for all you folks out there. And what I want to start with is this whole YouTube thing being a mindset of it being a marathon, a sprint, and or a what I'm calling it a demolition derby, because it can go either way. Because doing YouTube is kind of like it's time consuming, it's frustrating, it's not just sitting in front of a camera and just blabbering, man. It's like there's a lot of stuff that goes behind it. People who watch creators do their thing think like, oh man, that must be so easy to do that. But it's like, no, dude, like they're behind the scenes. There's a lot. And today I'm going to talk about those three things: the marathon, the sprint, and the demolition derby. And if you stick around to the very end, I will be talking about the things that I know that I'm doing wrong in this channel right here. I'm gonna talk to you guys not so much secrets, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing wrong, what it is that I know I'm doing wrong, and maybe you can kind of sort of apply that to whatever it is that you're doing or not. But you can take everything that I'm about to say in this video podcast with a grain of salt, if you will. And let's get on to the first thing. Let's get on to the marathon mindset. Um, First things up, when people say YouTube is a marathon, they mean it's about showing up consistently even when it feels slow. And that's kind of sort of like the biggest thing when it comes to making YouTube videos. You people are thinking like, I'm gonna upload or publish my first YouTube video, and I'm just gonna like, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna make me so much money, and I'm gonna become so famous. I'm gonna become a YouTube celebrity, blah blah blah, this and that. But then the reality kind of sort of kicks in, and you just it's not overwhelming, but it does kind of sort of bring. It's kind of a bummer when the first upload you put up gets absolutely no views or very little views. So it's a little upsetting. So that's something to sort of keep in mind for the people who are watching this and who are thinking of starting YouTube. And another thing, it's about building trust with your audience, not just chasing random views. I like to think that I interact with you guys here in the Booze and Chill channel. When you guys comment, I comment, I heart it, and on rare occasions I even answer back in the form of a video. So I like interacting with all of you guys in one way, shape, or form. And me personally, when I started this YouTube journey, it wasn't so much about the views. Well, a little bit because the idea came after something happened, and I just thought to myself like, oh, you know what? I I like I want to make a channel where I review and try and taste all these kind of different beers, and I'm thinking to myself like, hey, you know what? You know who would enjoy this kind of stuff, this kind of content? Other people who enjoy trying new different beers and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So, as far as building your trust with an audience, I mean, that's really what it's about. Like when it comes down to making the content, it's I mean, yeah, it's enjoyable. I mean, it's fun, especially for me. But it's just the connections that kind of come right afterwards, right when you press that publish button. Another thing that falls into the whole marathon mindset is it's about creating a body of work you're proud of over time. And like I said just now, to me, this all of this is fun. I've been making videos since like high school, possibly a little bit before. But I've been making videos for such a long time, and I've always enjoyed doing that. Whether it was skateboarding, whether it was like a really stupid fucked up skit, no stuff like that. But just making videos to me has always been enjoyable. It's always been fun in whatever way I do it. And that's the mindset that you kind of want when you are doing this kind of stuff, when you're making content. Like, don't just do it just because you stumbled upon a Mr. Beast video and you're like, oh, I want to do that. I want to make a money do making videos. Because first of all, you can't compare, right? Let's be honest, like honest. You can't compare yourself to that. And then that's going to be something that we stumble upon and during this video podcast. But the point is, be proud of what you do. You're gonna fuck up here and there, especially in the beginning. Your beginning videos, your first videos, I mean, are not gonna be the greatest, but that's why you progress, you practice. That's what it is. Every upload that you put is practice. You always try to perfect that. Excuse me. And like I said, you're not gonna see the crazy numbers right away. You're not going to. You might post 5, 10, 50, 100 videos before you actually start seeing movement at all whatsoever. And that's normal. That's the whole game. That's how it is. If you're in it for the long run, you'll outlast like 99% of the people who quit at mile 1 in the beginning. But in my situation, when I first uploaded a video, it can really go either way, really, to be quite honest with you, because the first video I posted, and I think I haven't checked it. Last time I checked it, it was at like 300 something views or something. In the beginning, I think I remember reaching like maybe like 80 or something like that. Like not it's not like 20 views or anything like that, but it got views. But you know, after the second one, third, fourth, the views started decreasing. But like I said, um, the first video it can go either way, right? But like I said, your first video, first of all, like they're gonna suck. My first video sucked so bad. Like I was still kind of I've been around cameras and stuff like that, but I've never actually sat down in front of a camera such as this and actually like kind of let go, right? I was just the guy. Most of the time I would just be the guy behind the camera, and whenever I was in front of a camera, I was whether skateboarding or doing something that didn't involve me having to talk to the camera. So and I was still kind of sort of getting comfortable with talking in front of the camera, and at the same time managing the production with the lighting and the sound and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of factors to that. And but yeah, just always keep in mind your first videos might not get a lot of views unless you're like some sort of celebrity or some shit, then you're gonna get the views, whether your video sucks or not. But if you're somebody like an average Joe like myself, and you're thinking about making content, you got to keep that in mind. Um, but yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the next thing here. We talked about the marathon. We talked about three of what the marathon package consists of. I guess we can word it like that. Let's get on to the second thing, and that is the sprint. The sprint here. Uh, let's talk about the sprint. Sometimes YouTube does reward fast movers. And we'll get a little bit more into the fast moving part. Start with the first one. A new trend drops, you sprint. Whenever something new comes up, you kind of do want to jump on it for a couple of reasons. Let's say, me for instance, beer, movies, and food. Movie trailers are popping up like a motherfucker. If you pay attention, if you follow certain communities or certain channels and stuff like that, those fucking movie trailers are popping up like just like crazy. You want to hop on the newest, freshest thing that comes out, especially if your content is actually revolves around that. Like if you're a movie reviewer and stuff like that, you want to jump on that because that's your thing, right? That's your thing. But if you're like, I don't know, just kind of throw it out there. If you're like a makeup artist or like somebody who like gardens, and then you jump into a movie trailer, it's gonna get a little confusing, right? And stuff like that. But yeah, it is good to jump on the new trends that pop up because it helps with viewmanship, and it also helps out when it comes to your content. But again, you kind of do want to keep it in the same lane as what it is that you are talking about, right? Let's move on to the next one. A viral moment you can jump on, sprint. Viral moments are like finding a four-leaf clover in a haystack, if that makes any sense. Just going viral isn't necessarily going to just fix all your problems, and it's gonna like pay all your mortgage and get you out of debt and stuff like that. Which, I mean, it can, but in the long run, it's not gonna do much help. It's like when a musician hits it big with a one-hit wonder. Right after that, it's done. It's kind of done. That's kind of how it works with YouTube as well. Yes, you can go viral. Yes, it can help out and right there and then, but in the future, it's just going to it's going to really depend on you. Once you hit that viral moment, that viral video, that viral thing that you manage to just grab a hold of, it's a lot more work to be put in afterwards, because you're just not going to stop there, because if you do, again, the one hit wonder thing, you want to keep it going, you want to keep that flow. But again, it's kind of tricky. Like, again, this is just another example. Like if you are me for instance, beer reviewing and yada yada yada, I do a video about, I don't know, sewing for some reason, and that for some reason hits it big. I'm probably not gonna visit that again because my channel doesn't consist of anything like that. So you know what I mean? Like, just try to if you do hit it that big moment, I mean, I guess just enjoy it. Really, just enjoy it. But I'll also keep in mind that you also want to stay true to whatever it is that you're doing. No, you can also just go another direction and just make a secondary channel, but that's something that's a topic for maybe another time. And also, it's a lot more work. It's a lot more work. But anyways, let's move on to the third thing on the sprinting mindset here. A new feature YouTube is pushing, such as what everyone's super crazy about right now, the shorts. Excuse me, sprint on that. A lot of people had when it first got introduced to YouTube, and I remember this. A lot of people jumped in on it. A lot of people on YouTube jumped in on it, and that's for the same reason. Any new feature that pops up on whatever it is that you're doing, in this case being YouTube, you do want to kind of sort of jump in on it because people just like new things. People just like new things, especially when it comes to talking on the subject of shorts. Shorts are 60-second long, or nowadays you can add up to 3 minutes, because that's as long as an attention span as what people have now, apparently. And they probably don't even watch the full 3 minutes either. But the point is, when something new comes up, whether it being a trend, whether it being something viral, whether it being a new feature, jump in on it. Again, it's going to help out to push out your content, and it's also going to be it's just gonna help. It's gonna help in general, in all direcections. And in these moments, in those moments that we just mentioned, speed matters. You want to ride the wave while it's hot. I mean, but, and this is a big but, if you sprint all the time, this is where kind of sort of is going the dark side of sprinting. You'll burn yourself out. You will burn yourself out, and you're going to do it fast. You can sprint, but you got to have a solid foundation. No one can sprint forever, not even the best. Like I said, you can jump in on viral moments, and trends, but it's gonna like how I mentioned the movies, they pop out like crazy. There's always something new popping up. Always. How I mentioned the attention spans, because with short attention spans, trends come and go. They come one day and it goes viral. You get all these crazy views, but then the next day or a couple days after that, it's dead. It's done. Now you got to move on and find out what this next big thing is. And because of that, how fast trends die out, it could get tiring. You can get frustrating and get stressful. I'm telling you, by experience. I've been in this YouTube game for, this year is going to be 4 years. 4 years. Which, by the way, if you are watching this and if you're getting any value, hit the like and subscribe. It's close to 4 years. Let's start reaching the 1,000 subs, man. It's not a big deal, but it'd be cool. It'd be pretty cool, don't you think? Let's see. Let's move on to the next mindset here. This will be the third section of this video podcast. This is what I call in the very beginning, the demolition derby. This is the fun part, I guess, a little bit. Sometimes YouTube is just straight up a demolition derby. No rules, no warnings, just chaos. Like I said, everything passes by real fast. New creators popping up daily. That's number one. New creators popping up daily. And it's true. There's like, I don't remember the numbers, but it's like it's in the billions. It's in the billions of how many people are joining in on YouTube. It's insane, dude. And because of that, it could be overwhelming for some people, especially because there's so many niches, but there might be a lot of niches, but there's a lot of people covering these niches. And you think to yourself, man, like, how am I going to do it? Like, me, for instance, beer reviewing, cocktails, spirits, all that. There's more than one channel that also does that. How do I stick out amongst them? I don't know. You guys let me know in the, in the comments section. How do I do it? What makes me more different than all the other beer reviewing channels out there? Let me know in the comment box. So don't be discouraged. Don't get overwhelmed. Just do your thing. Actually, one thing that does come to mind that not only makes my channel pop out of all the beer and cocktail and spirit reviewing channels out there, but it also is something that also not help you, but also the reason why you would stick out, why you and me stick out in this game of content creation, and that is the uniqueness. I had the word. It's authenticity. That's the word. The authenticity, because nobody can review how I review. Nobody can create stuff how you create stuff. So authenticity is huge, 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 huge when it comes to content creation in the world of billions and billions in the YouTube community. Authenticity. There could be bajillions of people talking about example me beer reviewing and stuff like that, but everybody's different. Everybody does it differently. So keep that in mind, guys. Next one, trends exploding and dying overnight. We kind of already covered this one. Just be cool with that one. Like trends, like I said, they come and go, but they're always coming. But yeah, just make sure that you don't burn yourself out trying to follow all these trends, because again, there's always something new. Always something new. So just keep that in mind, and just don't burn yourself out trying to follow all these trends that pop out here and there. Let's move on to the next one here. The algorithm updates, flipping everything sideways. Now, when it comes to algorithms, this is why I say that stick to whatever it is that you are talking about. Stick with it, and just do your best at what it is that you're doing, and the algorithm will reward you some way, shape, or form. Right now, I think the algorithm is on YouTube. By the way, this is on YouTube. I think right now the algorithm is still doing this thing. When it comes to new creators, it's pushing them out a lot more than it was back then, because there's so many new people coming in. It's like it's setting the big YouTubers not aside, but they're setting them into the back and pushing out all these new people to see what new and fresh ideas are coming out. Because kind of these big YouTubers already have their thing; they're already pretty much set. The algorithm is pushing out all these new ones out here to see what it is, what people can bring to the table. So when it comes to content creation, right now is the best time to do so. Video right now is king. And the best thing to do is to start. If you're thinking about making content, right now is the best time to start. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, trust me, that moment is never going to come. First thing you got to do is grab your camera, grab your phone, and just click the record button and just start. Just start, man. Don't wait for that perfect moment. The ideas will come as you go. Trust me. Maybe you might be thinking like, oh, I don't have a name. I don't have a brand logo. I don't have this and that. Well, then, like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you can use now. There's a lot of AI that can really help speed that up. So take a look into that. going to help you out tremendously. Tremendously. Use use the use the tools to get yourself going. Again, don't wait for that moment. For don't wait for a sign. Don't do that. Just do it. Right now is the best time to start, guys. Trust me. So back to this whole demolition mindset. It's easy to get caught up watching other people's success or feeling like you're stuck. But if you start swerving into every single lane, and I'm talking like niche wise, you're gonna crash. Like, just like, the best thing to do, stay in your own lane, or in this case niche. Focus on your content, your growth, your community. Let the crazy fly by while you keep moving, or you keep making your content. And that's my tip. Some more tips on how you can make this a much more smoother journey for you. Here's some of my tips. Post at your own pace. Marathon energy wins. Posting at your own pace, like, you don't have to post up daily. You really, really don't. I mean, kudos to you if you have the time and the energy to be doing stuff like that. But I think doing that kind of falls into the category of burnout, because to post every single day is just nuts. Unless there's actually an upside to that. You can post every day, but I think the fastest and simplest way to post every day would be to just go live. Because of live streaming, posting has gotten a lot easier, depending on how you go about it. If you're doing stuff like how I do it, or I pre-record my intros and do all that, but at the same time, I'm giving you all some tips that I do here. At the same time, because again, this is how I do it. I pre-record my intros. The research that goes behind it. I mean, I'm talking like descriptions, titles, thumbnails. Depending on what topic that I'm going to be talking about in the live stream, stuff like that. There's a lot that goes behind the live stream as well. But if you're doing something, if you're keeping it simple, like, I'm talking like grabbing your phone and just pressing live and just doing it like that, then go for it. If there's something that you want to just kind of get out your chest, and it doesn't involve a lot of research, and it's just something that you just want to kind of like tell the world, then that will be the fastest way to do it, and the easiest way to go about it as far as posting every single day. So that's take that, write that down. Sprint smart. Pick your moments, whether that being a trend, or, like I said, just an idea that just comes to you out of the blue, or stuff like that. Just write it down, or just, like I said, just grab your phone or camera and press record. If you got an idea, go with it, roll with it, because it's gonna leave you. Like, if you are somebody, I mean, again, kudos if you have the time, right? If you got all the time in the world to be able to actually pull off all these ideas that you have right there and then, that very second, then awesome. But if you're somebody like, again, like myself, I mean, I mentioned this in past video podcasts. I got a full-time job. I'm a active dad. I do the Booze and Chill channel, podcasting, and now, as of recently, I started vlogging. Oh, guys, I got a vlogging channel, which I will leave in the descriptions, in the show notes down below. And yeah, just to have an idea and go about it. Have an idea and go about it. Or if you can't take action right there and then, write it down. Just do that. Take notes, do your research, all that good stuff. Another thing on this tips of mine: stay real. Don't lose your voice trying to chase every trend. Like I was saying, just keep it cool, follow the trends, you know, do all that stuff, but at the same time, don't lose yourself, because eventually you probably will. Like, just go at a steady pace. Go at a steady pace. You don't have to talk about every single trend. Trust me, I tried, because one of the things that I do cover in my channel is movies. And at some point, I was pre-recording my reviews, and at the same time, pre-recording the beer reviewing, and then doing lives. It was like all this stuff was just overwhelmed. It was overwhelming, and it just kind of just piling up, and it just kind of drove me nuts a little bit. Burnt out like a motherfucker. So that's what I'm saying. So just stay real. Don't lose yourself. Go at your own pace. Post at your own pace, and just be you. Just be you. That's all. That's all it is. Last one here: protect your mindset. This is your journey, period. I was saying about just keeping it real. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the ride. Because if you're like me and you started, I mean, this YouTube journey because you enjoy it, you have fun doing it, then that's awesome. That's gonna be your motivation. That's gonna be your motivation to keep creating content. Is if you enjoy doing it. If you jump into this with no idea and you're just in it because, oh, again, using Mr. Beast, you saw Mr. Beast video, or you saw somebody famous on YouTube, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna start doing that. Eventually, it's gonna catch up to you. It's gonna catch up to you because you don't really like it. You're just doing it because you saw somebody make money out of it, and you're like, oh, I can do that. I want to do that. And then you eventually find out, like, oh shit, there's a lot more to this. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, those are my tips to you all. Now, if you guys stuck around to the very end, I am about to drop some stuff here. So I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to take up too much of y'all's time. I'm going to talk about what it is that I know that I'm doing wrong in my channel. And this is what I know that I'm doing wrong. But how I mentioned that I enjoy doing this. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So what I'm doing wrong in my channel, how I mentioned earlier, that pick a topic, pick your niche, stick with it. Notice how I said niche, not niches. So that's the number one thing that I know that I'm doing wrong. But at the same time, I don't really care. Because like I said, I got into this because I enjoyed doing it. And also in the beginning, it was just all about the beer reviewing. The beer and all alcoholic beverages. I'm going to say alcoholic beverages. In the very beginning, it was just about alcoholic beverages. That's all it was. And here's more about what I'm doing wrong here in the channel. So it started off as just that, right? But then, health-wise, you can't exactly drink all the time, right? It's bad for you. So I had to find a way to continue doing the Booze and Chill channel without having to completely, kill my liver, right? So I started, well, first of all, I would only do a drink every week. It was a drink every week. And that's kind of still how it is. But the point is that I wanted to post more videos, but it couldn't just be all about drinking. I would have to do more drinking to be able to put more, different options, different type of alcoholic beverages. And I thought, no, that's too much. So that's when I added the movies, and so on and so forth. So I would still do the beer reviews, but I also had something to talk about. It wasn't just about the beer, because for one thing, there's not exactly, especially nowadays, I mean, and I'll leave the link to that topic in the show notes down below. Nowadays, all of these new kids coming up are just like very health conscious and not drinking as much. So that's another little error in my channel. The kids nowadays are not drinking as much, so drinking is not as cool now, I guess. Whatever. So that's another one. The the niches in my video podcast, in my channel, it confuses the algorithm. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to picking one thing, just go with that. I do several things all at once. So that's number one. That's my number one error. Two, the topic as far as alcoholic beverages, not so popular as it used to be. Not the reason why I added everything else, but because I wanted to not just talk about alcoholic beverages. I also wanted to talk about other things that I also enjoy doing, to kind of sort of, build up a little bit more than just the alcoholic beverages. And at the same time, I kind of sort of getting to you guys to know me a little bit more than just the guy who just pops up on YouTube every now and then and shows you a alcoholic beverage. So I did it. I added more stuff to kind of, like I said, so you guys get to know me a little bit more than just some weird drunk that pops up every now and then. So by adding more stuff, I did add I feel like there's a connection now. I think that's a good thing about the channel, and I've been saying it every now and then. Like, this channel is a safe place to come and geek out about movies and all the foodies out there, the food lovers as well, to come and just have this no judgment zone, have a few drinks, and just, the shit and stick, just have fun, laugh, and geek out and stuff, food and movies and stuff. Used to be music, but because of YouTube is very strict when it comes to that. Um, so that's what I'm doing wrong. More than one thing that I'm talking about, and the main niche of my channel is not as big as it used to be. Another thing that I am doing wrong, I think that would probably be the biggest ones. I talk about several things in the channel, and that's kind of what affects me a little bit, which I will actually want to take this moment to actually thank all the people who actually do watch and follow me. Um, Even though the algorithm is super confused with me because of my channel or my niches, I have to thank all of you guys for actually sticking around and actually watching, who actually enjoy talking about alcoholic beverages, and at the same time just having a good time and hanging out and talking about movies and food and stuff like that. So I have to thank you all for that, because sure, the algorithm sent my stuff to you, but we have to remember that I had a very confused algorithm shoot my stuff to you. and you guys were like, why, what the hell, right? And you saw my stuff and you're like, oh, this guy seems pretty cool. So I have to thank you guys for actually taking the time and actually, following and watching my stuff. So thank you so much for that. Even though my channel is not exactly the best example, nor am I the best example to be giving you all these not I was gonna say instructions, all these what is the word that I'm looking for here? I went blank for a second. I'm not the best person to come to tell you. I'm not the best person, I mean, to come and sit here and tell you what to do or not to do when it comes to content creation. But again, 4 years under my belt, I have a pretty good idea of what it is, how this works, how to go about it. I don't have the numbers, but I do have the experience. And I think that's pretty much it for that, guys. Uh, pretty vulnerable stuff, pretty solid stuff that I talked about here. All the things that I do wrong. My channel is not exactly one niche. How do I put it? It's not a one niche channel, but like I mentioned, I don't really care because like I said in the very beginning, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy it. And again, I have to thank you all who actually, for those of you who actually sat down and watched my stuff, because you are just here because you enjoy it, just how I enjoy just doing this. So we're a different kind of breed of creators, I think. We're just in it for the fun of it. Or at least I am. I'm in it for the fun of it. The views and all that just kind of comes along, and it's just a bonus. Just a bonus. But I'm having fun while I do it. I have fun hanging out with you guys, talking to you guys, and giving you my advice, whether you take it or not. It's really up to you. But mostly we just have fun here, I think. So no matter where you're at, jogging, sprinting, or dodging wreckage, if you're still in the game, if you are a content creator doing the game, or if you're thinking about starting, uh, you know, you're winning, or you're in for the win. You're in for the win. Stay in it. Stay real. When in this world of content creation, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Hit me with a like. Hit me with a like. Drop a comment. Let me know about your YouTube struggles, your YouTube journey. Maybe leave a link to your channel if you have a YouTube channel. All that fun stuff. And of course, subscribe if you are not. If you got some value, once again, hit the like. I do, like I mentioned, alcoholic beverages of all kinds, from beers of all styles, cocktails of all kinds, spirits, and of course, movie trailer reviews. Every now and then, full on movie watches, and every now and again, food reviews and food pairing. If you're into all that, be sure to follow along and check out this video podcast in Spotify as well. Be sure to like and review and comment, and not all, for both YouTube and Spotify, and follow all Booze and Chill socials. And that's pretty much it for that, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next one. And remember, if you keep watching, I'm gonna keep drinking. Don't have any drink on me today, well, right now, but you get it. You get it. If you've been around, you get it. Catch you guys in the next one. Have fun in your content creation journey. Peace out.